Hello to everybody. Thank you for watching this video. The title is Coronavirus, the Great Deception. If you watch the mainstream media, by now you think you know everything you have to know about COVID-19 or coronavirus. My advice though is keep an open mind. A recent article titled Coronavirus Disease 2019, The Harms of Exaggerated Information and Non-Evidence-Based Measures is worthwhile reading. I will put a link under comments for you to read. The question is the information, or at least the official information, accurate? Is it true? And if it's not true, why not? What's behind the scenes? What's going on behind the scenes? What if? What if the official COVID-19 information was a lie or just not accurate? A lie is false information with the intent to deceive. If somebody does not have intent to deceive or does not know this is false information, obviously it would not be a lie, but it still would not be accurate information. Let's review the official data. What if COVID-19 mortality of death rate had been greatly exaggerated? In other words, what if patients who were dying from other causes have been included as COVID-19 deaths? For example, only 12% of deaths in Italy were found to be from coronavirus. 88% were with coronavirus, based on a professor's review of death certificates. What if home confinement and closing businesses were not necessary? And closing country borders and travel prohibitions should not have been implemented. Where is the scientific basis for those measures? Well, let's look at the evidence. Countries and states without home confinement orders that did not close businesses, that had less restrictive policies, have similar or reasonable outcomes, and that includes Sweden, Iceland, Belarus, Japan, South Korea, and Taiwan. Regarding states, for example, South Dakota and the United States did not even close restaurants or bars. South Dakota did not close schools, and they're not having any major problems. What if only nursing home patients and other high-risk people should have been protected instead of confining everybody, including healthy people? For example, death rate among healthy people has been as low as 0.03% based on New York State data. This is significantly lower than mortality from the regular flu. Another example is mortality among healthcare workers in Spain is around 0.1%, which is still not worse than the regular flu mortality. More than 80% of COVID-19 fatalities in Minnesota are nursing home patients. What if surgical masks or cloth masks do not protect from the virus because the virus is much smaller than the openings or holes in the masks? And what if masks could have side effects? I will include a couple of interesting links. One of them concludes non-significant protective effect of masks when dealing with influenza. And the other one is an interesting video from Dr. Ron Paul. What if social distancing does not decrease the infection rate because the virus is mostly acquired by touching contaminated surfaces instead of by just breathing air? Infections that are transmitted in the air include tuberculosis, smallpox, and Ebola. What if going to the beach was not dangerous but healthy? Beaches now closed by many governments because going to the beach means production of 10 to 15,000 units of vitamin D and 10 to 20 minutes of sun exposure. And vitamin D is something the immune system needs and benefits from. What if COVID-19 was not a natural mutation but a man-made manipulated virus? There's quite extensive evidence from many professionals and virologists to this regard, and this is easily available on many websites. What if COVID-19 was released on purpose throughout the world to collapse the world's economy, and then create a new financial system and mandate mass vaccinations to control the citizens of the world. And this one will take a little bit of mental flexibility, and you're going to have to do your background check and research. But what if people are not actually dying from the virus, but from man-made nanocomponents or nanorobots or nanobots? All are the same thing. If you need more information about it, the best way to research this issue is studying Morgellons disease by independent researchers. I will post a link to a good video. And what if those nanorobots killed patients by causing generalized clotting throughout the body, including all types of vessels, from microscopic vessels to large veins and arteries? You may check autopsy results. They show generalized clotting throughout the body, not explainable with current medical knowledge. What if those nanorobots are activated with 5G cell towers and satellites using complicated codified signals? And other older generation nanorobots could be activated with 4G technology. What if hospitals got overwhelmed with patients because 5G activation of the nanorobots was specifically done at the same time in certain regions? What if those nanorobots had been disseminated throughout the world in chemtrails, food, water, and some vaccines? What if those nanorobots could not multiply and kill people if a person took 5 grams, just 1 teaspoon, 5 grams of baking soda, which is sodium bicarbonate, diluted in a glass of water once or twice daily, instead of using non-effective and expensive therapies, and in the future potentially dangerous vaccines that have not been well tested in human beings? What if many governments knew all or most of this information but kept it secret? Is your government one of them? This is critical. Certain things in life should not be given for granted. You should protect your civil liberties. Protecting and keeping your civil liberties and rights is a continuous, lifelong effort. Do not wait until it's too late. I would like to thank you, those who are risking their lives for the benefit of the world's population.